Afternoon, guys. Quick update on Doge coin. All right, so we're outside of all three of these triangles that I had drawn a couple weeks ago in a video. First one comes all the way back from June, and currently Doge coin, the candle you can see is resting on top of this triangle, much like a lot of what looks to be similar to a lot of the other altcoins. We're right on a level. If we don't stay above the top of this triangle tonight, I start to become bearish. So anywhere down here, if we close, it's time to look at reevaluating this and potentially selling. All right. Target still remains 38 cents, and that's up here. And how did I get that? Well, let's go back and take a look at that. So if I zoom out here and take our little measurement trend line, you can see I drew this from the top of our smallest triangle to the bottom. Now, the reason I went from the top of the smallest triangle to the bottom versus over here at the largest is because I found that the target is in direct correlation with a major resistance point that I have at 38 cents. So I think that is a good conservative target to keep, and I don't really want to change that. Although we could move past that, we definitely could move up to, where did my cross go? There it is. Why is it over there? We could move past 38 cents and move up to 42 cents. That's definitely a very real possibility. I think a more conservative play on this particular altcoin is to go to that 38 cents level. In correlation with Dogecoin, I took a look at this morning very quickly. This is our altcoin index, including Ethereum. And again, we're sitting on a very important level. Close below this tonight, and it's time to reevaluate. We might be in some trouble on the altcoin market. All right, so we have to watch this very closely and find out where we close today. Another indicator, and I don't want to get off on too much of a tangent here, but sometimes I do want to show you this. I like to use, where is it? Alternative.me has a nice little fear greed index. So if we click on that button, you can see what the current sentiment is, and it helps confirm whether the analysis I'm seeing on my chart lines up with the current sentiment of this little gauge. So right now we're almost 50-50, almost 50-50 fear versus greed. Imagine that'll change in the next update, which is 3 hours, basically 4 hours away. And I'm expecting that gauge will move over to the fear side a little bit more, being that we are right on the edge. Another thing I like about this particular website, if we go back to crypto here, it does a trends analysis. Now, remember the other day I talked about using trends.google.com to kind of add analysis. It's another variable you can add to your technical analysis to see what the current trends are. Sometimes you can use it in inverse correlation. So we were talking in that particular case about the mRNA stock or the Moderna stock, which has a lot to do with the vaccine. And current search phrases are on the rise, including pericarditis, myocarditis, thrombosis, coagulation, amongst others. But you can see very much that the trend, especially with myocarditis, is very much on the rise. Whereas the baseline was way down here, it's trending up. And if we look at our Moderna stock, it has really dropped off a cliff. And it's in direct inverse correlation to these search phrases. So you can use it not only to gauge the positivity of sentiment, but also the negativity of sentiment towards a particular stock, commodity, or in this case, crypto. So we can see here the search for Bitcoin, and it also has some other common searches: buy Bitcoin, BTC USD, Coinbase, Bitcoin Cash. Those are all kind of trending upwards. Though some of them are starting to point down. And likewise here, buy Bitcoin, you can see is pointed down, whereas by Ethereum is starting to point up. So these are kind of useful analysis tools that we can add to our overall sentiment that we are trying to perform on these various different charts. So again, as far as Doge goes, we're still in good shape. I look very closely. If we close anywhere below the top of this triangle, it is definitely time to reevaluate and possibly sell. In fact, I might even put in a stop for this area right here. I don't think, according to what I'm seeing on the other charts, that we are going to close below that. But again, the market movers are playing some head games with us today. So they may scare us a little bit and then bring us, buy at a discount, bring us right back up. And then all of a sudden we start to shoot up and head towards our target. So be very cautious and careful here, guys. But again, Doji's looking just fine at this point. And I still have that target of 38 cents set. We'll keep you up to date on that as we go along. All right, good. Best of luck, traders. I wish you well, and post any comments or questions in that comments section below.